Thank you so much for joining us today and in this 3-day event. We are super pumped to have you here. If you have any questions as you are going along and learning and interacting in here, please get back with the person who brought you here. There was an affiliate of our company who invited you to this event, and they will be happy to answer any specific questions you might have. So my name is Heather O'Reilly. I am an affiliate with this team, and I am here to tell you about the ECS system. What is the ECS system? I bet you haven't heard about it. Most people haven't. It's the endocannabinoid system. It was discovered about 30 years ago. For whatever reasons, it wasn't really talked about and still hasn't been talked about until the boom of CBD came out, a couple of years ago. Now, if you want to Google the endocannabinoid or just ECS system, you will find a lot of information. No, you can't believe everything that you see on the internet, that's for sure. So I have done a lot of research at sites such as Project CBD and PubMed, but those things aren't always in layman's terms. So I'm going to give this to you in layman's terms the best that I can because that's my favorite way to talk. So the endocannabinoid system, we all have one. In fact, most all animals and anything with a skeletal system has an endocannabinoid system. We've heard of all the other systems that we have, the skeleton system, the cardiovascular system, the neurological system. Well, this is just one more system that we have in our bodies, and they're just now learning even more about it. The endocannabinoid system was actually named after the cannabis plant. Initial researchers were studying the effects of cannabis on the body, and that's when they discovered this. Well, what does the endocannabinoid system do, you might ask? Well, it works in the body on a cellular level. It can be found in the brain, the organs, the connective tissues, the immune cells, and our glands. It works to keep our body in a state of homeostasis. The problem today is that most of us are endocannabinoid deficient. Why? Because of the environment that we live in, the toxins that we ingest, consume, put on our bodies daily, the food sources that we use. Do you know our food sources really don't have the nutrients that we need in them anymore? Just from the way that we throw pesticides all over everything to the way that things are grown in the fields. Those things that we really need in our body are becoming harder and harder to come by. Throw in there all the other crap that we do, the plastics that we consume, the air that we breathe, the pharmaceuticals that we take, and our bodies have become a toxic mess. Think about how many people you know have issues, problems, something that 50 years ago, nobody really knew about. Well, in the 1930s, our lovely government decided to make marijuana illegal. That's fine. Don't want people to get high, whatever. I get it. But they also lumped with it the hemp plant. The poor, pitiful, innocent little hemp plant that did so much and so many farmers grew. I mean, people were weaving fabrics out of it. They were making fuel out of it. It is pesticide. It doesn't need pesticides to grow. It needs a quarter of the amount of water that cotton does to grow. Hemp it fed our livestock. Even the meat that we ate back before the 30s was fed on hemp, dense nutrients, phytocannabinoids. Hemp is full of phytocannabinoids. What happens when you extract those phytocannabinoids in the best way possible, which is what our company has done? They pull those phytocannabinoids out in their best form with a process called CO2 processing. And we bring those bottles home and we put a few drops under our tongue and we introduce the phytocannabinoids into our bodies. Wow. You know what happens next? Our bodies start to wake up. The cannabinoids that our bodies naturally produce that have been so deficient because of the toxins that we consume, they start to wake up. So when you introduce the hemp-based phytocannabinoids into your body, it helps wake up your own ECS system and starts growing those cannabinoids naturally. We do have cannabinoids, and they're found all through our bodies, all in our connective tissue. It takes cannabinoids to reproduce. Some people who are having reproduction issues will find that if they can just get that endocannabinoid system back on track, it will help. Breast milk has cannabinoids in it. Anytime that a baby, right after a baby nurses, and they always say that a baby's like drunk on breast milk, it's that feeling that they get after they've introduced more cannabinoids into their system. It's a feel-good feeling. In fact, there's a theory now that, that runner's high that they say when your endorphins kick in, you know what they're saying now? That it could actually be cannabinoids kicking in. When your body produces cannabinoids at optimal levels, it makes you feel good. I know they call it a runner's high, and you're not really high. There's no psychoactive to it, but it's that wonderful, good feeling. So I know a lot of people, when they start taking our CBD products, will say, wow, it's not like I feel different. I feel good, like I'm supposed to. So the cannabinoids in your body, when they're working optimally, which you can help by introducing CBD into your system, puts you back into a state of homeostasis. Our bodies have been out of whack and out of homeostasis for a long time, simply because of the toxins that we come onto all the time. And when you go to the doctor and you say, I have this issue, and they say, well, let's give you a pharmaceutical to help with that one issue, that one symptom, which is what pharmaceuticals do. They deal with the symptoms. It might help with that symptom, but then there's these nasty little side effects of making everything else go out of whack in your body. So now you got other issues caused by that toxin that you put in your body to make one symptom go away. So how many of you have had one pharmaceutical and then you need to take another one and another one? My son was in this whole process. So try it. Try to add the cannabinoids into your body. Let it naturally work on itself at a cellular level, and see if you don't feel your ECS system going back on track. Makes you feel good, makes you feel happy. Other places cannabinoids can be found. Hemp is not the only one, although it is the best source known to man at this point. Of course, I already covered breast milk. Echinacea plants. They also have cannabinoids in them, phytocannabinoids, but it's in much smaller amounts. There are actually several plants out there that you can find these phytocannabinoids in much smaller amounts. But when you get into the hemp plants, it's many more times of the cannabinoids that you need to help wake up your system. Even cocoa beans have cannabinoids in them. So you see, it's not something that we've always been shielded from. It's something that we can naturally get into our system, but because of the way this world is, we haven't been putting them in our system. So suddenly we've got this opportunity with this wonderful, I don't have my bottle of oil with me, this wonderful bottle of oil, or you could do it with coffees, you could do it with the topicals that you will learn about as well, but putting those drops of oil under your tongue will wake up your ECS system in a flash, and everything might change for you. If you have any more questions about the ECS system, please feel free to drop a comment below. I will help you if I can. Also, you have been invited here again by somebody who is very interested in helping you learn more. So reach out to them. Say, hey, tell me more about this ECS system. Tell me more about phytocannabinoids. Tell me, how do you get them? How do you extract them? What makes yours better than something else I could get on the market? Because that's a whole other subject, which Kelly has probably talked about today. And we are here to help you. We're going to wake up that ECS system, guys. Let's get ourselves back to homeostasis. Thanks for watching, and please let us know if we can help you. Bye.